Hello guys, how it's going? It's Peter here. If someone would ask me, Peter, what's your favorite place in the game? I would say right away, it's Pre-Searing. Simple as that. And if I can convince at least one of you to try it out and create a new character here, then I will be more than happy. But before I try to do that, let's start with some background information first. Pre-Searing takes place 2 years before the Prophecies campaign. And what many people don't know is that originally this place didn't exist when the whole Prophecies campaign was already finished, and one of the leading developers of ArenaNet got an idea and said, hey guys, this isn't good enough, let them show a world what is worth saving. And voila, they made this beauty just in a few short weeks. And this part of the game meant to be kind of like a tutorial area, but it became much more than that. Anyway, Searing itself refers to the event when most of Ascalon was destroyed by the Char using a magical weapon, and Pre refers to the period before the destruction happened. Alright, that's enough of the background, let's get to the point. Why do players like to be here? What can you do here? Why is this place so special for the players? In my opinion, the first and the best thing is the community. I see people being more friendly, more helpful here, and if someone just wants to chit-chat in Ascalon, he can do that. If you need help, people are willing to help. There are also events organized by Pre-Searing guilds. Here, take a look at the Gift of the Huntsman event, or look at these dancing parties. Sometimes people feel the smallest outpost in the game, so there are occasionally events. Besides these, we also have two Pre-Searing websites, the presearing.boards.net and the presearing.com. Both has a forum section, trading possibilities, guides, price check function, and sometimes competitions on which you can win valuable prizes. Personally, what I really like yet is the landscape, the atmosphere, the chill. And I think without doubt I can say that Pre-Searing has the most beautiful scenery in the whole game. It is autumn in Ascalon, leaves are falling, but we also have green fields with red poppies, snowy mountains, catacombs, rivers, forests, hills and much more. Oh, and the Guild Wars music, the good old Guild Wars music, it just spices the whole thing. The gameplay is definitely slower here than in any other parts of the game, but hey, that's a good thing. You can chill in Pre-Searing after a hard day in real life, you can enjoy the simplicity of this area, so Pre-Searing is kind of like a perfect little world, and I remember when back in the days I first left this area in 2005 and Ascalon got destroyed, and I almost cried as a child and I wanted to go back. But of course I couldn't, because once you leave this area there is no way to come back, unless you make a new character, of course. Besides the community, the landscapes and music, some people enjoy the leveling, the creation of new characters. Many of the players here possess multiple accounts and they are members of several guilds. By the way, most Pre people have several perma-pre characters which never leave this area. Personally, I have one perma-pre of every profession on my account. Anyway, there are quite many features which only Pre-Searing possess. For example, players can use only a limited amount of skills, and their characters have lower armor, but that's good to keep it all simple. The party size is also limited to a maximum of 2 players, and we can use only the core 6 professions, and there is one area dedicated for each of them. One very important feature is that there is no storage in Pre-Searing. Due to that, this place has its own little economy, own prices. The best weapons are only purples and they can worth a lot, since players has no access to green or gold weapons. However, back in the days, there was a way to take items from post-searing to pre-searing by using the guild hall glitch. That's why items like Chaos Axe, Elite and Normal Tomes appeared. But of course the developers banned accounts for this, so today you won't really run into those items anymore. The main trading goods are runes, char bags, char salvage kits, mini pads, everlasting tonics, dice, weapon mods and purple items. For example, the black dye here worth much more than in post-searing, between 15 to 20 platinum, and since people can take their gold into the storage, black dye became the currency. Pre-searing has its own title, which is only available here, and this is the Legendary Defender of Ascalon title, or LDOA as we call it. Back in the days, people had to find a way to reach level 20 somehow, since the highest level mobs, the 4 charm bosses, are level 10, and you won't get any experience from them after you reach level 16. So the players did death leveling. It was basically an almost never-ending dying to level up certain monsters in the hope of farming them once they leveled up. The method was done at the rest shrines without armor to speed up the process. But this title maxing took easily weeks. One unlucky disconnection was enough to stop your death leveling progress, since monsters' levels go back to normal once you leave the area. But luckily nowadays there are easier methods to max this title with the Vanguard quests, either by completing them or simply farming their spawns. The best pre-players can max this title in just a few days, even less than 20 hours. What many people don't know is that in pre-searing you can easily make money. There are some methods to do that. The most popular is the good old Char Farm using the Fire Imp ally in the Northlands. This is where the char can be found. Back in the days players had to ask other people to open the gate for them, but since last summer developers changed that, doubled the gate opening time, and now we can do it alone too. This is the place where players can farm the best purple and blue items, weapon mods, char salvage kits, runes and char bags. The rarest weapon mods, especially the char mods, can worth many black dice or thousands of ectos. And yes, I'm saying ectos since people do double trades, one trade in pre and one in post, to take their money in or out of this place. The exchange ratio is around 1 platinum in pre-searing is 1 ecto in post-searing, and it's pretty easy to farm 1 plat in pre. For example, the unidentified purple items goes for 1k each, and some runes even more. Besides Char Farm, people tend to collect Nikolas gifts, and if you guys didn't know, yes, there is a pre-searing version of Nikolas, but unlike in post, here you can get gifts every day. And it's a good way to get consumable points and max the rank, suite or party titles. He collects different items every day and accepts 25 of them in the exchange of 5 gifts. One of the events I showed you earlier was about a big giveaway of these items, and it was organized by the guild I'm in, PreSearing. Okay, so guys, I hope this video can convince some of you and you will create a new PreSearing character as soon as possible. And as always, like, comment, subscribe is very appreciated. And one thing is sure, we are waiting for you. See you next time.